in that stakes action that we had, Keith. But here we are, Sunday, a nice little card that we have going on for today. Of course. Oh my gosh, how? You know why? I always forget because we're in a green room, right? So I can't dress up in green. So then if the dress isn't there, it goes completely out of my
I've got a
mind.
touch just a little bit here in the shirt. Just
I
so I
love
think
it.
that's the only way I can incorporate it today. So we
Thank
got it
goodness you
done. My
did.
job is done here for St. Patty's Day, and the only job I got is a little bit later to maybe have a little bit of green beer.
A little bit of
I think
luck
that,
too.
yeah, huh? Yeah, need a little bit of luck. I
Yep.
don't have quite as much green in the pocket. Yesterday, a couple horses let me down, but hey, we went back to the well. We found some more, dug up a hole in the backyard, and yeah, we're ready to go again today. So yeah.
Of course, we have a nice little carryover for Rosecroft for that jackpot for their super high
Yeah.
five setup. So just Tuesday, I think that starts.
Yeah, if you like high five action, if I know we're not open, I don't think for simulcasting
Right.
Tuesday, but head to Rose Call, fire up your account, first bet, whatever you need, jump on in. Yeah, over 20 grand in that jackpot super high five.
Let's take a look at what we have going on for this Patty's Day. Look at that green that's starting to come up on the turf. Gets me a little excited for the
Yeah.
next month to come, Keith.
Turf looking good. Yeah, not too far away. 47 comfortable. I think we're going to get close to 60 today, around it, maybe mid 50s. But a comfortable afternoon. So if you can make it out here for our live product, please do so. Get out on the apron, enjoy the races today. So yeah, this was I like the card from a betting standpoint today. Yesterday,
Yes.
and I hate to say this, we're up here and we're kind of talking about each race, but I didn't dive in nearly as much yesterday. It just wasn't as
Yep.
comfortable. A
Okay.
little bit more confidence with selections
Okay.
today, and don't have like a slam dunk single anywhere.
Got it.
But I think we can navigate through this card and make a little money.
Fair enough. Let's crack at it.
Yeah.
Let's go to that early pick five first leg and a claiming 12-5 for the girls four and up, which have never won three. Going 3/4 of a mile on the dirt, scratching the rail horse, Valiant Majesty.
Okay.
Big scratch for us, Keith. But you still land on the number five, Baby Socks, Andreas Garibay. Raul Mena got me excited yesterday,
Oh.
almost doing well yesterday in that stakes effort for Mikey Gorham. But for Andrea, may get pop off on that first run.
Yeah, I think this one's just fine. Well spotted, right back off the claim. That's kind of tricky to figure out if she's going to show the speed, not show the speed. She didn't quite have it as much last time out on the 25th, but I thought the finish was very good at 5.5, out an extra 16th of a mile. She looks like she's back on her game. Scratch the one Valiant Majesty who's going to bring that speed to the table. I think Baby Sox can maybe shadow the four La Semana Lara, who I think will go ahead and go. You see that comment, steady 3.5, right when she really wanted to get going, wasn't be able to go. I think she'll go ahead and set and get this early lead. Baby Sox to prompt, and I think can get it done here. For Barn, it's kind of hot right now. It's
Yes,
limited starters, but doing quite well
Yep.
for themselves. So lovely Liza. Yeah, last time out of pen, a little bit dull. Speed was carrying that evening. The two-back try, very good against the grain of the racetrack and probably against a little bit better field. Miss Stones has been a red-hot horse. She's gone up, won a couple at Charlestown, maybe against better. 5-4 wide on an inside day, made that bid. She'll make a move into this flow. Honor the Truth, a bigger run last time. They kind of melted down. But I go 5-2, 4-3 here in the upper. Let's see if we can get Mena home again.
Let's try. Keith Fustel usually gives us a pick four, but today you give us a pick three.
Yeah.
Early pick four does start in race number two, but how do your three legs look?
Yeah, it's $12 because I tell you, Callie, it was going to be an expensive ticket if I felt any bit of confidence in it. I go 4 deep here, and I hope that I've got enough here. 5, 6, 7, 9. Cozy Colby for Kieran coming up here is going to be awfully tough. It looks like race 3 with the 1, 2, 4. Grammy Girl and Shining Spirit showing that inside speed. Hopefully they don't get engaged too early. And wrap it up in the 4th with the 3 and the 6. 9-2 morning line on Capture Storm. Burks. Ferris Allen. There's Mena again in a race where a lot of these horses kind of off form. So take a shot with the
Right.
speed here. 2 deep, $12 for this early ticket.
And there, I like that. Here's the thing, Keith. I like the audible that you call when sometimes, hey, pick three just fits this card today, and it
Yeah.
does begin in this claiming 20,000 for these straight 3-year-old fillies going 3/4 of a mile on the dirt. Scratching the 2, Lady Boo. Scratching the 4, Camus. You go with the number 6 on top. This is of course Cozy Colby. Kieran McGee, Tori Alba comes over from first time in the barn from Carlos David.
Yeah, it drops down, has run some numbers that certainly consistently work better than most of these. Inside post last time off a little sluggishly to make a move against betters just to flatten out. There is some speed to target in here. Remember, Me's pretty quick. Cheese Fireball could go early. Neolithic, I think, will be in range. Cozy Colby into the flow and I think can stay around. He's done well with his owner, bringing some of these horses, sneaking up from Florida and getting the money. It's unfortunately going to be a shorter price. Floge, I chased this one a lot. Give her
Yes, you did.
one more shot. I thought just the speed carried a little bit too much last time out. She found herself with a lot to do after getting in trouble out of the break. Hopefully she can settle, let things develop up front. I still think she can hit the board, rally into this pace,
Okay.
and get you a piece at a good number. Talked about the 9 Tina a little bit. Second time in the barn. I thought ran okay last time out. True Sunshine. Speed, that pace wasn't terribly demanding, but I think this horse has a chance to step back up second off the claim. This barn has done okay. Neolithica, tossed the last. Hung out 4 or 5 wide. They try to rate her off that quicker pace. She didn't want that per se. She just faded, eased up late. I'm not worried about the beaten like she's come back. She's a 3-time winner. She knows how to win. Now she's run the better part of the racetracks on those victories, but I think fits very well here for the 20,000 for Stormy Stable and Damon.
And that if she could run in the better part of the racetrack today, we'll see there in
Yes,
race
yep.
number 2. Race number 3 starts that maiden special weight, going 2 turns on the track for these straight 3-year-old fillies. Keith, you right away go with Shining Spirit. We have a nice stat for Mikey Gorham and Raul Mena.
Yeah, recency, right? He almost got it done. You talked about it in the stakes yesterday. Royal Whisper's just a little rank early, and she was just full
She
of
had to
herself,
go.
and she took off, and it just took enough out of her late. But a gritty effort. 30% though this barn in the last 30 days with an ROI of 488. So get on it while it's hot right now, Mikey Gorham here on St. Patty's Day. Shining Spirit stretching out to the mile and the 16th. Breeding is there, suggests can handle a route. Had a half brother, I think, by Escondrea that's been okay going long, topped at an 89. Good effort into that first time starter last time. I just, Grammy Girl, we'll go ahead and show the video if we can, looks to me like the speed. Broke slow last time. Shining Spirit's not going to be too far behind, and if Grammy Girl does this again, Shining Spirit's probably going to be on the lead. So we got to hope, we got to think we get a little bit of a better break. And audibly, another one, got taken out in that race. That's the 7-horse today by Vino from Ernie's, who we're also going to see. So an all-encompassing video spotlight, Callie, we've got here in today's third race.
No, it's great because it sets up so many potentials for this race today.
Absolute. Grammy Girl, I thought 23, 46. Just think what she kind of ran into to get that opening quarter after breaking slow. She was rolling early. 46 and 2 had every right to fade a little bit, but I thought kept on quite well. Keys up against Profittunity, who finished right behind Shining Spirit. So there's your key horse angle. Audibly in the back there, moving up towards the inside in the orange silks. Got away horribly. Yes, the pace helped, but this one stretching
back.
out. I don't have this one in my immediate picks, but will be used in my exact. I think that's kind of how spread this race is for me. Audibly, from a breeding side, kin to some really good horses. Hill House High. There was another one, Roarbacker. So you might see this one down the road. Turf. When you really look at it. So interesting to take a look at. But I thought it showed a little bit of grit there with that early trouble. Vino from Ernie's, yes, I will use. Favorite over this group. Favorite over similar group here, February the 10th. That right-hand turn out of the gate, and she just kind of looked dull around the turn. Just didn't want to go at all. A little churn late. The blinkers go on to bring some focus. She's run faster than these when you look at the buyer figures comparatively in Kentucky and handled a route of ground. I think she'll improve off of her most recent effort. Tricky little race. Amy Symphony certainly works as well.
Yep.
Moving in, your top selection has to be given plenty, of chance in here. I think she ran quite well, finished up and churned on. after the trouble in the stretch.
Yes, and that's kind of what I banked on. So
Yeah.
there we have it. 2-1, 4-5, a little bit of Boston luck of the Irish, hopefully on St. Patty's Day for Mikey Gorham. Keith Fustel's top selection. Race number 3 and at race number 4 starts the Rainbow Pick 6. We do have my ticket lined up. A bit again. If I could have it, maybe I should have gone with a late pick 5. Just with the way as kind of you went with the pick 3, that's what I was kind of feeling, to be honest, as I was doing this Rainbow Pick 6. So for me, on the kind of card for today, a touch more expensive than what I would have liked it to be. So if you can cut down in some of these, I couldn't figure out race number 4, to be honest, this first leg.
Yeah.
So it's in a couple of these races for me, it's you mentioned it, Keith. Great handicapping card that we have here today. So that's kind of where I end up. So 3D races 7, 8, and 9. You could slim down maybe in race number 8 if you wanted to, but I just wanted just a touch of a little bit more insurance there. You go with a completely different horse in
Yeah,
the
I
top
do.
selection in
Yeah.
that race of value play. So yes, and we didn't mention this before we got on air. So yes, a $32.40 ticket, but I didn't mention this before we got on air, Keith. But our picks are a little bit all over the place today,
As
and
they should be when you're looking at this card. Yeah.
Yes. So exciting stuff here. It just, to me, I love tinkering with the brain and how things are going to end up working out. So let's go with this first leg in the starter optional 20,000, going a 1 mile and an eighth on the dirt for the 4-year-olds and up. I go with the rail horse. You go with the number 6, Burks on the outside. Ferris Allen, Raul Mena, of course, didn't love that inside attention last time out.
Wyatt Ridgely's pop-up, right? Ferris Allen. Yeah, I think.
Is that?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get Burks home. Come on, Ferris. This is a race. The form is just not there, a recent form for a lot of these runners. I know one thing. Burks, 2 for 2 at the mile and an eighth. Burks has speed to clear this field. He does his best work when he clears. He tried to move into some pace last time. It was too quick. Got the better of him. Faded away. He has bounced back, previous barns and kind of gotten it done. I can see him going to the front and hopefully, and I can see him controlling it today at a reach 12 to 1 morning line. I've got to take a shot and demand some price in here because the form is just way sketchy. On Capture Storm, the 3, dull effort, was down inside at Mahoning, though, which is not really the place you want to be when I've watched those races up at the station, up at Greenmount. It seems like everything's at the center of the track.
Yes.
This horse had a major excuse 2 races back, comes back to his favorite racetrack.
Okay.
I like that. He has positional speed when he's right. You've got Boca Chica. We know that jockey-trainer combo. They mean business here. I think we'll get good stalking position, and I know can grind it out if he's close to being right. 6-3, 4-1.
Okay.
It's a short field, but it's a tricky field
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Definitely. Let's go ahead at the start of that late pick 5 in race number 5 in this claiming 8,000, going 2 turns on the dirt for the 4-year-olds and up. Scratching the 5, Cloud Music. For me, that was my top selection, actually. So you go with Brasstown, the number 6. 6 seems to be your number of the day, Keith. Mario Saray Jr., Gene Aguilar, doesn't mean anything. I don't, but here we go, cutting back in distance from that mile and a half.
He gets an assist here. The scratch of Cloud Music is going to help his chances, I think. Krug off the claim could be a little bit of a hindrance forward. But when Brasstown is kind of right, and he ran back quick last time, he's been a pretty busy racehorse. You look at the competition he's kind of kept. He's run some good efforts. That 3-back try was very good, just off the pace. And I think need be, if Krug wants to go, he can prompt. So a little bit of an all or nothing, I think, proposition. If Brasstown is close to being good, I think he beats this field. Looking for a horse that I think at the mile and a 16th can grind it out. I go outside, walk away, Joe. It's been a long time coming for a win. But his form is not terrible.
Right.
A little confidence builder at Charlestown. But I think he's got the ability to drop in a little bit early with Sanchez.
Right.
And just stay the trip, and that might be all you need against this group because a couple of these horses might just come back. I like Strong finish his position today out of a good race last time, and even Shackled Love. Gary Capp, a couple winners recently, doing well. Shackled Love did not get a comfortable trip on the drop at Penn last time. I watched that again. Now, granted, the race did not come back, and they slowed down late.
Right.
But broke a little, awkward, steady, taken wide early, drop back in, a move, a steady. We
That's
got
a lot.
Thoralba, yeah, and this horse might be able to just kind of save ground and move into it as well. 6'9",
Fair
1-2,
enough.
not a super confident race for me either.
Race. We'll be right back to maybe get a little bit more feel goods and confidence for the rest of that card. Race number 6 will return for that jackpot super high 5 after this commercial.
And they're off.
Late pick 4 begins here in race number 6, along as the aforementioned jackpot super high 5 in this claiming 12-5, which have never won 2, going 7 furlongs on the dirt for the 4-year-olds and up, scratching the 8 Sea Ghost. You and I both end up on the number 7 Mind Run for Brittany Russell Angel Cruz, coming off of the layoff.
Yeah, this one again.
Yes.
All or nothing.
How did we end up similar?
Well, this horse. You look at the race. The horse has been off since August. They jammed the 12-5
Right.
off of a maiden score for 45, where it was protected. You didn't want you wanted to lose the horse at Colonial. You didn't lose the horse. The horse runs third and is avoided claim. Now you're waiting all this time. You're coming back with all the horses in this barn, and you're not in for the tag. Yeah,
Right.
you're using the waiver. It's just interesting. So
Yeah.
Mind Run, and for an owner that's got a lot of horses, and I've seen be aggressive. I'm going to take the shot that he's doing okay, and they can sneak one win out of him here. A race pretty much devoid of any quality speed. If he's right, he's going to be into the race early and often. Take the shot here with Brittany Russell in Mind Run. I think the horse that's going to make the run from off the pace, and the last 2 races off of a 205-day layoff are okay. That's Verbier, the 5. So shortening up back a furlong here to 7/8 of a mile. Doesn't have an explosive move, but you've got some chasers in here that just don't really want to finish.
Right.
Verbier to run into it with Acosta, who's been doing okay of late on the return.
You also include the number 9 Bold Honor and the number 6 Succeed for Mario
Yeah.
Saray, Christian Maldonado. Just take a look-see
Yeah,
at that effort
let's do
last
that.
time back for Succeed.
Yeah, this is the issue here out of the gate. We're going to watch this up, out right, boom, trouble, off last, and then this run. Horses just don't win usually doing this.
No.
Bearing out at the break, going 6 and 5 wide to the lead. He's coming back, on short rest. He goes ahead and clears. Yeah, he relaxes a little bit down the backside. The buyer figure did not come back strong. He was out of condition. This was a 3 in life on March the 10th. He's back in the correct condition today, the 2 in life. But he's got some back figures to go on. If he breaks cleanly and decides just to rate a little bit,
Look at him hang
he
in
hung
there.
in their game. Yeah, I think he's got a shot to stay around. And I don't think he's going to be
Jeez.
terribly far back, showing kind of what he showed last time if he can hold close to that form. But coming back quick, that's a little bit of a tough ask.
I am highly impressed with that
Yeah.
effort from that last time out. Keith Bustel 7-5 at 9-6 there for our jackpot super high 5. Race number 7 starts in no pools here. 7-8. Allowance, 7 furlongs on the dirt for the 4-year-olds and up. Plenty of scratches here with the 2 Nasty Habit, a big one. Capone, who ran earlier this weekend.
Yes.
Araj, the 6, and the 9, John Hall. Let's talk about the number 4, Union Fleet
Okay.
for Jose Magana. Andrea Chavez gets the call here from New York.
Yeah, we lose a video spotlight here, right? We had
There
Nasty
was.
Habit. We'll get it
was.
again, maybe
We
next
will.
time.
Yeah.
Union Fleet. This is what I like. 7/8 of a mile. 3 starts, 2 wins, and a second. Last time out of New York, definitely against the grain of the racetrack back in 12 days. We got a little bit more break here this time. But I didn't think ran terrible. You wanted to be middle of the track, outer portion, and speed. This horse just never kicked. 2-back try, very good at a big number, 29-1. I think we're going to get a fair number again today. But it's the consistency at the distance. Still enough speed in here. Are they really going to let Mr. Antonelli or Running River, are these riders going to let one of these horses go clear at the 7/8? I don't think anybody's going to want to let anybody get too far away. But with the chasing and the things that are involved on this flow, I do like Union Fleet to pick up the pieces and maybe win it here at a good price in race number 7.
You mentioned the number 8, Mr. Antonelli, outside speed. The 7, victim of the night, Mikey Giralles, J-Ron Barbosa.
Yeah.
Trouble last time out. Sticks around this level, cuts back in distance.
Yeah, I don't think victim of the night is as quick as Mr. Antonelli, or maybe even Running River. Swifty Devil was certainly swift out of the gate last time. And when he kind of gets on his game, it looks like he wants to go forward, but he has shown the ability to chase and move into it. Antonelli, I like that tightener last time behind Take a Hint, stakes winner now. I think this horse can stay with the pace and stay around this afternoon. Shorter field again, but tricky. I've got to go for a little bit of price. Union Fleet's proven. I'll take the shot here.
Why not?
I mean, he beat horses like Most Perfect. That's good enough for me.
Okay, there we go. 4-8-7-1 Union Fleet from Keith Fustel in race number 7. Race number 8 is an allowance optional. 55 going a mile and 16th on the dirt. Sorry, I'm just getting a touch of the giggles. I don't know why.
Okay.
Scratching the 2, Bodie's Maker. You go. We mentioned this. You go with the number 6, Advanced Scholars, Phil Capuano, Tori Alba in the saddle.
Yeah, let's go to the video because we can. It's out of the same race, so I can talk. I was going to highlight mainly Bob Marco,
Sure.
and that's what we're going to do for the most part. But Advanced Scholars doesn't run awful. Bob Marco in this race in the John Campbell, Lasix off, does what he likes to do, goes off, clears, did relax pretty well, I thought, all in all, and just can't quite sustain and hold up here in the last, 3/16 of a mile. In the purple cap there, though, there's Van Scholar, shifts out, makes a little bit of a move.
Yeah.
This was a tough ask off of time. This horse was laid off from June. So Bob Marco, a little bit of a fade. Okay, well, Double Crown, and it's Sizzling Time. Sizzling Time ran good yesterday.
Yep.
Bob Marco, yes, to the front. But I think Van Scholars, we're going to get a little break. We got the Apprentice going here. Might be able to make one of the first moves. Bob Marco, if he's what he was with the Lasix and everything, it's lights out if he clears off and relaxes and goes. But I'll take a shot at a price there with that one. Bob Marco, I think, be better as well. I think he's, coming back with the Lasix. He's got a shot to save ground every step of the way and run into this flow. He would love to see Outlier go early with Bob Marco.
I wouldn't be surprised if this horse comes up as a favorite, which is kind of why I was trying. I'm going to see what kind of, if we can get any value with Bob Marco.
Okay.
People might be doubtful about that
Off of last time.
Yeah. So I'm just, but then you wrap up things with the number 1, Eldest Son, who's breaking from the 7 post, not the rail, for Jamie Ness, Michael Sanchez.
Yeah, Michael Sanchez certainly very capable. He's done well here. Off a little bit of a freshening. I think this horse can kind of close into it. He's going to have to bring a top, if he's going to beat a few of these. So I'm going to key around Van Scholars as a price and probably Bob Marco.
Why not? 6941 Keith Fusel there in our feature race of the day. Now to the finale here in race number 9 in this maiden claiming 12-5, going 2 turns around this track for the straight 3-year-old. Scratch in the 8, go Tintin, go. You go with the number 2 horse, Homecoming King, Hammy Smith, blinkers on, Victor Carrasco also on.
You sure you haven't been observing St. Patty's Day this morning?
No, I swear, no, I haven't. It seems like it because it's like, do I go? I was talking about race number 8. It's like, do I go feature or do I go finale? No.
Or penultimate.
Or
penultimate. Yeah, I thought you were going to use that one. Yeah.
It went through my mind, and that's why it took so long because I was like, no, we can't use that word.
Okay. Hey, let's wrap it up. Hammy Smith, you know what? He wins a lot of these last races. Laurel has done recently. Homecoming King. I thought, after the break, the slow start, just no interest whatsoever. The finish, the gallop out was okay. Comes back here, the route all along, route and debut, going out the 2 turns today. I think first time blinkers, first time gelding. Robin said he was looking at Stats Race Lens. We use that sometimes a little bit, Equibase products. So you're going to use that formula, whatever. They have stats with the gelding, and he says it's not the biggest win percentage, but a profitable one here for Hammy Smith. So you got some horses. Return Fire certainly going from the inside, and boy, if it looks like a day where he should get it done on the front end, he's handled the distance. He definitely could get it done today. But I like a little bit better price with Homecoming King. Blinkers on My Endeavor, and I think My Endeavor was just a little hesitant to go through a seam last time out around that final turn. Just didn't quite kick on. I'm still a little suspect of his finish, but the way this barn's been rolling along, you use. And Thunderslam, improved last time, sneaky good, got flow closed up. Just needs a touch more improvement. And if you're looking for those bailout horses to key around late, it would be the 2 and the 6, in my opinion.
You know, just looking at the 2, you have Hammy Smith, who as of lately 7 for 11 in the money with his second-time routers. Done talking 6 for 24 with his second-time routers as well, 25%. So hey, I love that.
And the other percent, he goes to Carrasco here. No fault against Brosino, but he clicks with Victor. 24%, over $3 ROI. Lots of angles here
honestly,
late in the day for Homecoming King.
Yeah, I don't know why Hammy doesn't put Vic on more horses, because they do mesh so incredibly well. So there we have it. 2-1, 7-6 for our Patty Day selections here for Keith Fusel. Keith, let's touch into those. Let's go ahead into your best bet. Your first best bet is going to be the first race of the day, Baby Sox, 9-2 with the number 5, Andreas Garibay, Raumena.
Right off the bat, I hope we don't break you early. No, take a shot. Baby Sox in good form. A barn that's, limited horses, but right now doing well. Baby Sox, if she breaks well, I think she's going to prompt the issue. A good number, a couple races back. Prompt Lassamana Laura. We got to watch out for Lovely Liza and a couple of these other closers. But I think she separates. She finished very well last time.
2 value plays for Keith Fusel. First one being in race number 7 at 15-1. Union Fleet, the number 4 for Jose Magana, Andrea Chavez.
Unfortunately, he's got a slew of scratches. We'll come down off of that, but I think still will be the longest shot in the field. Union Fleet proven at the distance, still enough flow. There's chases in here. Maybe not first, but I think definitely second. I think this horse moves into it because there's going to be some convergence, I would think. Nobody's going to let anybody get too far away, and this one can finish off, I should say, against the grain in New York, coming back here to a track where he beat the right kind in a good number a couple races back.
Yep, and your other value play to wrap things up here for St. Patty's Day is a 10-1 shot. Race number 8 in the number 6, Advanced Scholars, putting in a nice performance last out for Phil Capuano and Tori Albaon.
This is a horse that has flashed ability, kind of a horse that probably drives the connections crazy because he's run some big ones, no doubt.
Yes.
And that was a sneaky good race off a lengthy return. Gets in a little lighter here, 118, the 5-pound apprentice with Tori Alba. I think, again, looking how this field sets up, Ain't the Vehicle going, he'll be able to drop in, save a little ground in mid-pack. If he can just keep his focus, I think he sustains better here at a mile and a 16th, late 6 backs on. Gives you a lot of things to like at a price for Advanced Scholars.
Let's talk about another Capuano who was in winning form yesterday. Of course, stakes action, take a hint in the Not for Love stakes. Very, very nice for 57 strong there. Yeah,
this was a good effort. He bounced back. A little dull last time, a little suspect try. But you know what? He's hit the board. Now, every race was he 14 for 14, but was really sharp here today. And how about Arden's lucky to be what those connections have done with him? He ran ultra strong.
And, of course, now Too Many Kisses. I was getting excited. Look at, just comes in all the way back there. Royal Whispers looking great on the front end. And then in this last little clinch, very well-timed ride by Forest Boys.
Excellent. As we see, I was talking to Joe Gass today, my buddy, and we watch these races very closely. He goes, hey, that move she made, the winning moves, maybe upper stretch, maybe will save that ground and extend that run from there, then worked out in between horses to get it done. Great job for us, boys. And finishing up, Shaft's Bullet, his biggest race to date. He's been a horse, again, flashed some talent, little breaks here and there, put it all together and made that outside move and kick clear to hold firm there in Harrison Johnson.
Skipped right along there. It was the two owners in 57 strong won. So it's two of them. One kind of was the highlight for the first race in the Not for Love, and then Larry Fowler was just the sole owner of Shaft's Bullet there. So that was nice to see. Unfortunately, we have Maryland Racing has suffered a loss in David Howard, a trainer who just started in 2021. So small but mighty career strides. He was almost to $1 million earnings, $1,000 in those. 28 for 250 starts. So his win place show was 40%, but especially it hits hard in the backstretch over at Pimlico. It just noted on social and on different social medias, Tim Vick, his smile and his laughter were contagious. He will truly be missed at the Gap at Pimlico in the morning. So a really, really hard loss for everybody. He was 45 and he suffered a heart attack.
That's just awful, right? His horse just up and coming. He just kind of got into it here training, but been around, been around the game. And I know Devil Pays in Gold, one of his most recent horses, had been in great form, and just awful, just tragic, and way too soon. And our thoughts and prayers out to the family and all the friends and anybody who had a connection to David Howard.
Well, you know what I think of is, and I think of it happened. It did happen on Friday, and not only did he win one race, but he was close to winning 2 races that day. And I truly think he had a great last day here. So we were thankful for him and the energy that he brought to Maryland racing, especially on the Pimlico side. And we will be in remembrance of him forevermore.
Yeah.
And we will leave it to Dave Rodman for some more changes and scratches. Happy St. Patty's Day and best of luck.
You got it. Good luck, everybody.